Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm joined today by my lovely friend Tony Regan.
Hi.
She has very kindly agreed to do a video with me today because we want to talk about a subject that we've really been enjoying chatting about and been finding really interesting, which is the law of attraction and manifestation, and basically all things positive and a little bit spiritual. So yeah, we just thought we would have a little chat and bring you guys along on the journey. So Tony, we were talking the other day, weren't we, about manifestation. Do you want to start off like talking about how you first got into it? And
so I had a really wonderful journey with finding out about manifestation and how it works and kind of just what the basic guidelines are. I went to America. My friend lives there. She knew that I like things to do with spirituality and just, you know, thinking about, I'm a deep thinker all the time. There was a 2-day thing. We went to this beautiful shop where there was mindfulness books and spirituality and angel books and finding your ego and embracing that, and how to have direct conversations without using the wrong emotions. So she bought me a little book, and in the afternoon we went to her house. We had tea and cake in front of a big fire.
Lovely.
And she put on the film called The Secret.
Oh yes, I've just recently watched The Secret actually. So it's a few years old now, isn't it? It's from the 90s.
So I was 30 and I'm now 52.
Okay.
So that's when I first saw it.
Right.
She had been introduced by a lovely 2 sisters, which kind of look like a pair of angels. They're beautiful.
I love that. I love
they
that.
look like angels.
Oh my God.
One had beautiful blonde sparkly hair and blue eyes. She is like fairy dust, and I love fairy dust, as you know.
So they're like serene, kind of
so serene,
confident in their spirituality.
So
yeah.
And the other one was darker, very warming person. But as soon as you sat with them, I just kind of either wanted to cry, laugh, or lick their face in appreciation. And just the way they spoke, just about how they lead their lives, what they believe in, not to a point of it overpowers and not to a point of dictation. But it was more about, these are some practices. I know you've been going through some stuff. How do you feel about doing some of this? So Lois gave me the book and the journal for The Secret.
Yeah.
And then
what kind of things did you do when you had this session? Like, can you break it down, like how you started?
What they did was they came round after I'd read the books, and they did a whole afternoon. The first thing they did was we did a little bit of sitting and talking about what the law of attraction was.
Okay.
Because people can see that there's a film and a book saying The Secret.
Yeah.
And then people will read the words law of attraction.
Yeah.
And they won't understand how to put them together.
Okay. So can we just say about what law of attraction is?
So the law of attraction, and this is what the big secret is, and it's no longer going to be a secret.
No. Spoiler alert.
Woo woo! What you say, do, feel, repeat, and you put out there to the universe. The universe is made up of strong energy.
Yeah.
You know, strong energy. We've got this whole beautiful planet, and it's made up of energy. I'll give you a scenario so you can, because this is my way of remembering it.
Yeah, sure.
It's simple conversion.
No. But it's good to have different people's explanations on these things. I think. So yeah, that was
so really my helpful. Version. Okay. This is how the girls kind of like said it to me: is that if you wake up in the morning and say, for instance, you've woke up and you're a little bit heavy on the eyes and you feel a bit drab, and it's raining outside, and you know that you've got heavy meetings, or you know you've got to go and meet somebody where you're going to have a heavy conversation, and you wake up and you go, ugh.
I mean, every morning. Wow.
And your body goes, no,
I don't want to do this.
Don't want to do this.
Then a lot of people will relate to that from getting up to go to a job they don't like, or a situation that you're in that you just
absolutely.
I don't like. So yeah, that's a really relatable.
And there will always always be those days.
Yeah, of course.
There is no
No
way
matter.
that you will ever
No.
have somebody be able to say, I don't
Yeah.
have those days.
Even
because
if
that's not
somebody's-
human.
That's right. Even
It's
if
not human.
somebody seems to have the perfect life,
Uh-huh.
there's always going to
Yeah.
be that.
So if you wake up feeling that, that's absolutely fine.
feeling.
Feeling and your body goes, "Ah,"
Yeah.
and you don't want to get up and you don't want to go and have a shower and get
Mm.
yourself ready, and your mind's going 10 to the dozen because you know you're going to have a heavier day. You put that out there to the universe. The
Yes.
first thing that's going to happen is that you're probably going to break a cup in the kitchen. The second thing that's
Okay,
going to
so-
happen is your milk's not going to be there.
Yeah. Okay. So because you've had that negative
Mhm.
attitude, you were probably clomping
Yeah.
about a bit more, and
Yeah.
you're going to break something,
Yeah.
and that's how your day is going to
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So because you're kind of thinking the negative. That is how you get into a negative
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
mindset. Whereas if you thought more positively, even about small things in the
Mhm.
day, to wake up and force yourself to
Mhm.
think, oh, it's a nice day out there, or I've woken up
Yeah.
with less pain than yesterday, or
Yeah.
I woke up and the first thing I thought about was something nice, you're attracting more
Yeah.
of a positive vibe
Yeah.
to your day. Is that more?
You're still going to have the rain outside.
Okay.
Still going to be going to that meeting. You're still going to be going and seeing your friend that you need to be supportive
Yeah.
with. But what you do is you wake up and feel groggy if you want to.
Yeah.
But what you do is you say, do you know what? I'm going to get in that nice cool shower.
Yeah.
And that's going to make me feel better.
Or you could have planned the night before to wake up that little bit earlier,
Earlier.
so that you can have your
Yeah.
avocado on toast, or
Yeah.
your
Mm.
or whatever it
Yes.
is that you want
Yeah.
to make sure that your day starts in the right
Yeah.
way.
And
I
the
guess
other-
that will help get into the right
Yeah.
feeling of
And the
day.
other way it works as well is the thing about the law of attraction is you have to embrace what is your, people will call it gut feeling. And
Okay.
people will call it bad feeling.
Okay.
That is your ego.
This is a part that I don't know anything about, is what
Okay.
you said about the ego
Yeah.
side of things. I've
Yeah.
never heard
Yeah.
about this before.
Everybody
So
has,
even if you've got the biggest ego,
Mhm.
or even if you've got a tiny little
Mhm.
ego, everybody has, because you think about ego as being somebody really bravado, don't you? But
yeah.
everybody has an
Yeah.
ego, that's something
Yeah.
inside that needs to be nurtured.
It's the
Okay.
perception of how you interpret that word. So the ego, when somebody's going, an ego can be that I'm good at everything,
Yeah.
and I'm brilliant,
That's
and
what
I'm
I
the
think of an
best.
ego. Yeah.
But another thing to think about your ego in mindfulness and for the law of attraction
Mhm.
is that you've all got it.
Yeah.
And what a lot of people do is go, my gut's telling me that traffic is going to be so awful, I might not even go. But what you do
that's
is you say to your ego, all right, I'm embracing you today.
Let's do that again.
All right. It's it. I'm embracing you
Love that.
today.
Yeah.
I'm embracing, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that when I get in the car, I'm going to
Mhm.
have the sat nav ready. I'm going to read it
Okay.
properly. I'm going to understand there'll be traffic.
Okay.
So therefore, I'm not going to react.
Okay.
Because
so
what can you do? Can you sprout
nothing.
wings?
No, you can't.
Does your car suddenly turn into the DeLorean?
No, I wish it would. My God. And Marty McFly was sitting next to me on the seat. That would be
Yes.
the dream.
That is not going to happen.
That's probably 10-year-old Libby's absolute dream. I was obsessed with that film.
No,
all of
10-year-old
them.
Tony was that I'd be a unicorn and I could fly already.
Oh,
that would be
okay.
mine,
Yes, yes. I used to think I could fly
Mm.
when I was little. Anyway,
So
I
that's
digress.
the big.
Can I just go back to the ego thing?
Yeah.
So I've always thought that feeling in the tummy is anxiety.
Mm.
But it's not. You're saying that's ego.
That's your ego. Your ego is part of your naughty. You know, like you may have the angel
Yeah.
and the devil.
Yeah.
You've got the ego. And yes, you can call it anxiety because your
I just
ego
thought it was
makes you feel it can be your naughty devil.
Mhm.
It can be your anxiety.
Yeah.
It can be your worrying.
Yeah.
It can be your overwhelmed.
Okay.
The little
But
thing
it's
goes,
ego.
I'm the naughty one. Listen to me.
Okay.
Anyway, so
Mhm.
go into your mindfulness of the saying
Mhm.
later is that I have to embrace what might be not my norm because I need to learn and grow from it.
Okay.
So think of it that
That's
way.
really nice. I love that. And is that your mantra? I mean,
Sometimes, perhaps not
interesting.
every single day, but I
No.
think the thing about if you tie in your ego with the law of attraction and the energy,
Yeah.
the law of attraction is about, I need to put out there what I want to have back. But what can I do to turn that into my positive and put it out there to the
Okay,
universe?
that's really interesting. So I need to think about that, the ego side of things.
What we talked about so far is what the secret is, and the secret is about the law of attraction. So what you put into the universe, what you feel, what you do, how you do it, is if you put out positives, then you get back positives.
Okay.
So the second important thing to think about, after understanding about what you put out there, you get back, is what you put out there, you try to imagine if it's something that you want to attract into your life, as though you already have it. And this is where some people get a little bit confused with it.
So this is the manifestation.
Kind of, yeah. Manifestation, gratitude.
Okay, gratitude. Okay.
So if you want to manifest something, yes, that is along the lines of, if I manifest it, I have to do what you believe, you receive, and then you achieve.
Believe, receive, achieve.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
how would you start that then?
So it's kind of, let's start for very small, because this isn't something that's, you know, you have to write millions of stuff down, or, you know, wake up and plan in 3 hours to do it.
Sure.
For instance, I will give you a really simple example.
That's good.
All of our friends and our family that are with us on our beautiful holiday have gone out today to do various things.
Check out the background. That is not my garden. We are definitely away. It's lovely.
Actually, it's mine.
Yeah.
I'm just a minute. No, I'm not.
We're in the middle of nowhere right
yes,
now.
it's beautiful. Great. Birds are singing, everything. So,
and it's really inspired this conversation.
Oh my God, yes.
It naturally came up yesterday, which is why we're doing this now. Yeah.
So I wanted to, in my mind, I wanted Libby to stay here today. That's what I wanted. So so then I thought I'd save this until we were doing this. So my thing yesterday was, when I went to sleep, I said, I am going to have such a nice time talking about the law of attraction tomorrow with Libby. And then she said to me earlier, sorry, she.
That's okay, you can call me she, that's fine.
She-ra.
She-ra.
We're mad as a hat. It's only tea, I promise you. So I went to sleep thinking, wouldn't it, tomorrow, I am going to do this with Libby tomorrow. We're going to do our yoga, and then it's just going to be the two of us.
Oh my God, and it is. That's so nice.
Yeah,
so
that's what I asked for, which I said, I am going to spend some time with Libby tomorrow, because Libby and I don't see each other a lot because we live a little farther apart.
We do, yeah.
So we don't see each other all the time. Mostly it's just family things that we do, or the odd holiday.
Yeah.
So so that's an example, is that if you're already grateful for something, this is another part of grateful. I'll say that in a minute, because it's a very easy practice to do. If you're already manifesting something that you will be grateful for, as if it was already going to happen or is happening, and if you believe it, then you'll receive it. So we're receiving it now, and so at the end, when we finished and we reflect on it, it means we've received it.
That's so interesting. So the key of your manifestation isn't that you were lying there yesterday going, I really hope that Libby's going to stay here tomorrow. You were already picturing it happening, and then imagining yourself enjoying this conversation.
Doing the yoga,
that's so interesting.
Doing this, talking about, you know, things I love to talk about.
So interesting. I love that. Oh, that's so cool.
So yes, when you do a manifestation, it's, you're already kind of living it, and that's the whole point in the law of attraction, is that if you want to get a shiny new soft top car,
I wondered where you were going with that,
which is a really big
laptop dance. What? Which is something that people would want. You kind of associate things like that, don't you, with success and a life that somebody might want, which is nothing wrong with that. That's entirely up to you what you manifest. It can be anything from health to possessions to a lifestyle to just seeing somebody that you haven't seen for ages. I was saying to you the other day, when I first had a go, I imagined myself speaking to a person that lives near me that I haven't seen in sort of years and years, and I thought about it a few times, and then I bumped into them within 4-5 days of doing it, and that was my first go.
Brilliant.
And it was really, really good. And ever since then I kind of get scared about what to ask for, because I don't want to ask for too much.
I get that.
I worry. So what I do is I write down what I'm grateful for first. So I try and write a page of what I'm grateful for, and then think about that, and then think about what I want to manifest. But the two things don't always link. Is that?
Don't have to.
They don't have to.
They
So
don't
not
have
I'm
to.
doing it wrong. It's just a way of doing it.
It's a different way of doing it. People like to write down what they're grateful for in a gratitude book or a journal or something. That's absolutely fine. I go to bed doing to the universe about what I'm grateful for. Last night I laid in bed and I said to the universe, this is you have to do it in the present tense. So thank you for giving us such a special day for my partner Mark. In the morning you can say, I'm very grateful that today it's not going to rain.
Okay. You obviously have to say thank you to things that have already happened.
Oh God, yes.
But when you're manifesting, or a mixture of it, you are also just assuming it's going to happen in the future. You just know it's going to happen, therefore you thank for it.
Yeah. Mindfulness is for me to sit here thinking, right, I've got to talk a lot. I put some washing in. They'll be coming back later. We're waiting for the afternoon tea to arrive. Instead of going, I'm going to take a mouthful with this tea and I'm just going to taste my tea.
Yes,
and
just
that
be
was
present
gorgeous
in that moment.
It's about being present in the moment. Yeah, you train your mind to think about the subject, not about everything else around it.
That's really hard. I really struggle with that. I'm constantly planning, thinking ahead what I'm going to do that day. I've already decided what I'm making for dinner while I'm eating my breakfast. You know, I've got that far along.
You have to be in the present because your mind won't use your mind is just like such an expanse, and your mind won't be in present and enjoy every bite of that breakfast.
It's so hard.
If you are a planner and a fixer like we both are, it is difficult. And I'm not saying, things don't happen just like that. And
you do have to plan to a certain extent. That's life. Like if nobody planned for us to come here, we wouldn't be here. You can't just do it.
But
do
you know what you can say? Thanks, universe, for helping me plan it today. Yeah. Slowing my mind down and doing the mindfulness because my mind was going like a big bass drum.
I think a lot of people can relate to that for all sorts of things.
Absolutely.
Whether it's a situation that you're in right now or something that's happening to your body, an illness, some pain, everybody has something that they can relate to.
Your mind's running 20 million times faster than your body can cope with.
So you need to harness that and just try and, I guess, pick out the things that are important and be a bit more c'est la vie about.
So I've brought up a little quote for you.
Okay, brilliant.
Which is mindfulness is about seeing and feeling experiences as they really are rather than what we think they are.
Okay.
So in a world we are constantly overstimulated and exposed to noises, sounds, smells and more, it's easy to forget to take note of the little things. Yeah. So the last thing for me to add on to the end is watch out for the signs. Because signs are really important. Sometimes if it doesn't happen, your ego then goes, it's not happening. I told you.
Oh wow, that's still part of ego. I need to wrap my head around that. Yeah. Okay, great.
So the signs thing for me is that you're not going to manifest. I'm not going to see a car come down here in a minute with a big boat on it for me, so I can sail off to the Mediterranean.
Sure, got it.
But what I can think of is if, for instance, I'm trying to lose weight. I'm doing Slimming World. You know, I've reached
Looking
52.
fabulous, by the way, darling.
Darling, I've lost some. I'm not expecting to next week be a size 12.
No, realistic things.
But say, for instance, if I can't see things improving, because I'm a little bit impatient, what I will ask for is I am grateful for the signs you will send me. Say, for instance, you and I go shopping tomorrow, and there's, I don't know, there's a fabulous pair of trousers, and they're a size 14 and not a 16.
Yeah.
And it's the only one there.
I always think that every time I go. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't.
Believe.
Wrap up has now been 5 minutes long.
I know. Believe, receive, achieve.
This is probably going to be the longest video of all time.
Yeah.
But thanks so much
Thank
for
you.
watching this video, and thank you to Tony. And yeah, hope you've enjoyed it. Please leave me a nice comment. Please, can you subscribe to my channel? That would be fantastic. And you can follow me on Instagram at 5'2_eyes of blue. See you next week.
See you. Bye.
Bye.